Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It is, sorry. It is, what is it? Monday afternoon. I am headed home. I was just thinking today about the future of our country, I guess. I guess the future of the world as well, which are the young people today. And I had a couple customers at my job. One was a young gentleman. He's in high school, and he, we really have no, I don't know how he got our number, because we don't really handle what he was looking for. But he was looking for help applying for his driver's license online. He told me the whole story, but you know how, like, for me, a lot of times I'll listen to people, not so much, like, once I realize I can't help them, I think I kind of check out. But sometimes people, they just need to vent, or they just, and that wasn't the case with him. He wasn't venting. He needed help with his situation. But I'm just saying, I'm used to sometimes just listening to people because I know they're frustrated and they just need to talk to someone. And so I hear them out. Usually I pay attention. But with him, I knew I couldn't help him. And there may be one or two people in our office that can help him, but they weren't in today. So I knew I was going to refer him to them. And, but yeah. So anyway, so he called. And what struck me was, he told me he was he must be he's either a junior or a senior in high school, somewhere in there. And again, he's trying to get his driver's license. But his communication skills, his articulation was very poor for a 12th grader, or 11th, 12th grader, whichever. They were very poor. And I just thought about my nephew. My nephew's around 13, and my nephew can articulate way better than this gentleman. Not to judge, not to put this guy down, but I just felt like, what are you saying? And why can't, like, I had to ask him what he was saying a couple of times before I even got it to the point where he shared with me what he was looking for as far as his driver's license, or getting his driver's license. Like, he had no format in the conversation he was having with me. Like, his sentences didn't add up. They didn't make sense. They just, I had to kind of pull it together for him. And so I had that situation. Then I had another situation where a woman called for her nephew. I think it was her nephew. And we get a lot of that sometimes. Sometimes there's a disability involved. So this is why an aunt or a caretaker, or someone, not so much a caretaker, but more of a guardian, is calling on their behalf. So she's calling for him, and he was looking for our services. And so my first question was, is he available to talk to me? Because why are you, if he's fully available to talk to me, if he is mentally capable of talking to me, why are you talking to me? Why are you calling me and not him? Like, you know, you need to let him make this phone call. Because this gentleman was in his early 20s. So he was technically an adult. So she put him on the phone, and the first thing that struck me with him was I said hello and told him who I am. And there was no greeting from him. He didn't say hello. He didn't say, hello, my name is such and such. I said hello, and I believe I said my name, because usually I do. And he just said something like, yeah, and I said, I'm sorry, excuse me, I just said hello to you, you know. Because again, people are coming to our office for our services, financial, which are, you know, involve some financial involvement, and you know, there's a certain level of respect that you need to have, and not even because of that, but just like you need to know how to make a phone call and know how to greet someone on the other end. If you're looking for a job, if you're trying to do anything today, you need to know how to properly have a conversation with someone. And so then he said hello, and then he said, oh, I said hello. And I'm like, okay, yeah. You know, I'm not going to argue or go back and forth with him, but I know he answered the phone, and after I said hello, my name is such and such, and I'm sure I told him my, you know, title and where, you know. He did not say hello. He just said, yeah, you know. And anyway, I put these two together because they're young people, even though one is in his early 20s and the other is probably, you know, 16, 17, 18. Their generation is going to be running the country one day. And if they're any type of representation, it's sad. It's pretty sad. You know, and then, you know, of course I'm on Facebook while I'm at work, right? But I keep, you know, having all these reels pop up on my feed, and they're of graduations where when the students are graduating, they just break out in a whole crazy dance routine. And there's one college, I believe it was a college, where the entire where's this truck? Where's this school bus going? Hopefully you don't have any students on that bus. But yeah, the whole graduating class breaks out in a twerking kind of a dance, and some of them have no shoes on, and they're twerking, they're doing flips, they're on the floor, it's a lot, and I'm like, what? is going on? Like, you just graduated, excuse me, you just graduated from college. I believe it's college. I can't believe this. They didn't look like high school students. You just graduated from college, and yes, it may have been a struggle for you, for your family, and you're excited and you're proud and you're this, that, and the third. But there's a level of respect that should come with that as well. And one of the clips that I saw, it was a different graduating class, but there was a principal that I guess he was shaking everybody's hand, and each student, I guess they said their name, and then they walked over and shook the hand of the principal. Well, there's one principal, as soon as the guy, said his name, he breaks out in this crazy looking dance, walking towards the principal. And the principal, when he gets to him, he points at the line behind him. In other words, go back, get on the line and do that again, because that's not gonna fly. And the student, he does exactly that. He goes back, gets back on line, and then he walks with some dignity towards his principal. And then he gave his principal like a real, like one of those, a real good hug, like, I'm sorry. And I'm just like, did you not know that was just totally inappropriate? Like, seriously, did you really think that was what your ancestors would want to be proud of? Like, in that moment, do you think your ancestors were proud of that moment? Like, it scares me. It's scary. And I hate to say this, I really do, because I'm sure somebody said this about my generation or the generations before mine. But all I know is where I'm at now and what I see in front of me. And it's looking real scary with some of our young people. And I know that's very judgmental of me, but I don't know how else to view it. Maybe somebody out there has a different perspective that they can share some light on it for me. But if I graduated from high school, or not high school, again, I think these were college students, and I would want my family to be proud. When I did graduate from college, I wanted, everybody to be proud of me. Not to have some crazy moment of, some ghetto twerking kind of and even if everybody else is doing it, that doesn't mean you have to do it, because everybody didn't go through what you went through. Like, that's my attitude about it. All right, how's our traffic looking today? Not good. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, but that's what I observed today, and I just kind of was a little sad to see all of that, because I'm like, this is the future. And it's scary. Anyway, have a great day. Be safe. Like the video, comment below. God bless.